Welcome to Castles to Cauldrons, where every journey starts with a little bit of magic.
Welcome to episode 18 of Castles to Cauldrons. I am your host, Jason Davis. I am joined by Rachel, Myka, and Terri. We have a good episode today. We're going to start with some news that came out over the past week or so that is both Disney and Universal. Some of them are exclusively theme parks. Some of them aren't. The first one would be that Disney World finally got rid of all the virtual queues happening in the parks. The two we had were Tiana and Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, Guardians had been on virtual queue for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And Tiana's, just opened last year, so it was only on there for a few months. I'm liking this. What are y'all's thoughts?
I like it because it's one less thing you're having to worry about, like in the morning when you're there. Like you're not having to get up at 7 a.m. and try and get into a virtual queue, and it feels less competitive now. Like if you want to buy your lightning lane, like if you're staying on site, is it still on site for 7 days, or did that change? I can't remember from the email.
It's on site. Yeah, 7.
So when you're staying on site for 7 days, you can go ahead and book those things you want. That way you can get up that morning and you have nothing else to worry about that first thing in the morning. You're not having to make sure you're up in time to get on for that virtual queue, and you're racing to do that because that's really stressful. Like I'm good at getting into the virtual queues, but it's stressful when you're trying to do it for other people too. Like when we had my mom and aunt there, and it was like my aunt's first trip to Disney, and I'm like, I got to make sure we get into Guardians for her because like we were willing to pay for it, but if I didn't have to pay for it, I wasn't going to. And it was just like, I'm up early making sure we're getting this, and I did. So I think it's a positive. Like I think it's good that it's gone.
I think it's good because you had the only way to ride that ride was either pay for it or get the virtual queue. And if you didn't get the virtual queue and you didn't want to pay for it, you were not riding one of those rides. So I think that it made it like an even playing field. And I like that.
That's what I was going to say is I think that if you didn't want to pay for it and you're willing to wait, and kind of like Myka said, just give everyone one less thing to stress about, and just pay for it or wait for it. Like there doesn't need to be a third option. It's just too much. Just enjoy your vacation. Sometimes it's just nice just to enjoy things.
I think Terri just came up with what the name of Lightning Lane should be. Pay for it or wait for it. Like that's literally what it should be called.
I like that.
We'll submit it. So when this all was announced, people were like, the wait times are still going to be crazy. And if you go look at the pictures of like Sunday and Monday when they were making the standby queue for Guardians, they made it outside. The wait time, from what I saw, I didn't pay attention a whole lot. It got to like 180, I think, at the highest, but it sat at 60, like the majority of the day. It maybe got to just 80 minutes. But since you opened up this, now all those other rides, kind of everything's spread out in Epcot. I haven't paid attention to Tiana so much, but knowing that it's not going to be too terrible of a wait to get into Guardians is pretty good. And it shows the efficiency of that ride and them getting on and off of it.
I mean, I would willingly wait 60 to 90 minutes to ride Guardians. Like, I really like that ride. I think it's definitely worth a 60 to 90 minute wait. But was it really 180 minutes, or did they just really kind of buffer that higher to deter people a little bit? To like we're kind of full. We're going to make it look busier than what it is, so people will go, get in line for Frozen or Ratatouille.
Which we won't go down that rabbit hole, but that's what Disney does anyway. They always overinflate their stuff, especially now that they're trying to make people pay for their lightning lanes.
And if you're seasoned like we are, and you can walk in and go, that is not a hour wait. Like you can look at that and go, that's like 30 minutes. Like I'll get in line for it.
The only bad thing is Guardians is all inside. So
you can't say.
Yeah.
Guardians right now is 65 minutes and Tiana's is 15.
And it's a Friday.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's a Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, I wish they would have pulled Guardians off a couple of years ago. Disney just wants to make money somehow, and they knew they could make money with putting Guardians there. They probably made their money back on Lightning Lane. We'll move over to Magic Kingdom. Rivers of America, Central Tourism Board, whatever it's called now, former Reedy Creek, approved the permits to destroy Rivers of America. No, we don't have any closing dates or anything like that for Tom Sawyer or the riverboat or the river itself. Pretty sad day.
But that means Cars is moving forward.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I still stand by my Villains is not happening. I figure Cars, that's a big thing. I'm still not 100% on it. I would rather see it in like Hollywood Studios. When do y'all think we see this happening?
2027 is when it opens. Like
So I'm talking
2027,
about
2028.
when are they going? When do we think about all this?
By the end of the year. I would say there's so many. But there's so many other things closing. I bet it'll be by the end of the year.
I say fall.
I was like trying to think around like a party or like a festival. Like I'm trying to like, you got to time it out around like Mickey's Not So Scary or Mickey's Very Merry. I feel like they're got to do something around that. Either do it before that starts or they're going to have to wait until the new year.
That's what I'm thinking.
I was gonna say the same
before it starts.
So like August?
Yeah, it's
so late summer, possibly.
Yeah.
I think they'll wait till maybe it's not as rainy, because what's the point in draining that if it's just going to rain every single day like it does in the summer?
Florida, it's going to rain every day anyway.
Well, what doesn't the party start like August 10th? August 9th?
Like
it's the beginning of August. So it's got to be July. If you figure that, it's got to be at least July.
I was going to say what Rachel said. I feel like the back half of the year for Disney is kind of super packed with things to do, especially at Magic Kingdom. And either they're going to leave it open to have something to do since there's so much to do, for more people to do stuff in Magic Kingdom, or they're going to close it all in the end of the summer. And I guess just build up walls around the whole thing, or just decommission the boat for now. I don't know, like what they're going to do first, with the island or the boat, or.
I think we might see the island close earlier than the river itself.
I feel like you shut down the island and kind of start demo that, and it wouldn't really upset the flow or anything for the rest.
You want to be as close to like the crowds. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then Rivers closes down, and I do think though before Halloween, because once Halloween starts, there's no break until after Marathon weekend. It's a sad time. I will miss the river going away. It's looking at the mansion. It's great from that little area. Speaking of demolition, the building that has been built in place of the destroyed Disney Quest, which is now NBA Experience, they announced is going to be a level 99 attraction. Is that what it would be called? Experience, maybe?
Experience.
It is a
activity.
Yeah, it's group activities. It's kind of like a arcade, art gallery, escape room, but with a twist of it's a challenge room. So every challenge is like a 2 to 4 minute challenge. Price point, I think, is around $30 right now outside of Disney. So maybe a $60 per person price point.
Yeah, they had an all day for like 60 at the other location. So I think it's probably going to be around that higher price point for a few hours. But this one's going to have over 60 challenge rooms and duels. So, I mean, it's huge. It's going to be 2 stories, 45,000 square feet. I'm excited. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I wonder how they're going to, I've never been to one. So I wonder how they do it with like kids. Like ages, like do they have different things for different age groups or adults only? I'm just be curious to see how that looks.
I just find it kind of strange that you got rid of Disney Quest, and I know they thought NBA Experience was actually going to attract people and go, but one didn't help that it opened right before COVID hit, and then it never reopened after COVID. So it's like, okay, y'all built this and nothing, but you're putting almost exactly the same thing that was there being an arcade of Disney Quest, just adding the challenge rooms.
I think it looks fun. I love like escape rooms and stuff like that. And like I said, we're doing one with my work, like something very similar. It's not level 99, but it's a very similar thing in April. So I feel like I'll have a good kind of handle on what it is. And like, how much it is per person. Is it worth going in there? Could you spend like, I don't know, hours in there doing that?
I was gonna say, is this the way also maybe that Disney Springs is using to get maybe non-Disney World people to come to Disney Springs to another source of income, basically? Like Myka said, her work is going for an outing, so maybe Disney's like, hey, how do we get people from Orlando area or people that are there for conferences instead of, that maybe they're not buying their people Disney World tickets or to any of the parks, and say, what's the way we can get them to spend time, spend money in Disney Springs? If they're going over there for dinner and drinks, let's give them something to do, or residents of Orlando or something, just another source of income, which I feel like is not just Disney's way, any major corporation's way is,
right.
How do we get more people in to spend more money and stay here longer? So
I agree with that, but I also think that it has to do with what type of company can utilize that big building.
Yeah.
And that
I would say
company can. And they're going to pay a premium to be in Disney Springs because of the traffic flow.
Are they did they say if there's gonna be any type of like Disney theming to it, or is it just gonna be what they normally have?
It's going to be what it normally is.
Yeah. Because they're just going to be like a third party renting space in Disney, just like some of the restaurants and the retail stores.
Yeah, and especially on that end of Disney, of Disney Springs, when you look at the M&M store, Circus Soleil, what NBA Experience was, those are all very much themed to their brand, not to the Disney brand. So maybe they have some Disney stuff inside, kind of like what Universal did with their escape rooms, but it won't be. I don't think it's gonna be heavy on the Disney. Because to Terry's point, if you want your work outing to go there and do something, not everybody loves Disney. So they can go eat at House of Blues, they can go eat at Splitsville, and then go over to Level 99 and do this outing. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be fun for a day.
I think it's good for resort days too for people.
Mm-hmm.
Something to do that's not a theme park.
And maybe like if you have older kids that are maybe have outgrown a lot of some of the Disney stuff, you know, this is like you said, it's like hey, this is our break day, but we're going to go do something active, something fun, something that's not character related, not super packed theme park related. But I didn't think about it until Rachel said that there's probably not that many businesses that could rent the entire space. That's huge. So that's a good use for it.
We'll talk about resort days and stuff to do on resort days. Today of the recording, which is Friday the 28th of February, Disney announced that Blizzard Beach will be celebrating their 30th anniversary for the whole month of April, with different things being offered throughout the month. Pretty big party type atmosphere. It will close on April 30th for its last day of operation for refurb, and then Typhoon Lagoon opens May 1st. If you don't know, you get a free water park day on the day of your check-in. You book a resort Disney package right now. So I kind of still find this strange that they're only operating one water park at a time.
I don't, because I don't think that many people utilize that free water park ticket on the first day.
I don't think they do either. But at the same time, you close both water parks because of COVID, and then once they reopened, they only reopened one, and it's been on this rotating schedule the entire time. And yes, I think they have to refurb.
I don't think it's just the refurb. I think they don't have the manpower. They realize that the crowds don't support two open water parks at the same time. So they don't feel the need to have it running and spend the money to maintain it, to run it, to staff it.
I hate water parks, so I'm the worst person to ask about this. But I feel like Rachel, I just think that there's not a demand for it. And everything is expensive now. People are expensive. I'm sure the operating expenses are expensive, and I just don't know if there's a demand to have two full-fledged. I mean, they're not small water parks; they're good, banging water parks. So I just don't know if it's the demand can meet what they need to have to justify both of them being open all the time.
Okay, so in your advertising, then Disney needs to take out that they have two water parks because they're only operating one at a time. If you I go to the movies a lot. Right now, they're showing a bunch of Disney Cruise, Disney World, and Disneyland advertising. And when you see the Walt Disney World advertisement, it's 4 theme parks, 2 water parks. Well, if I show up as a first-time Disney goer and I'm expecting to go into 2 water parks, but I can only get into one, you're advertising that there's 2. So that's my little 2 cents on that is take it out. I understand physically there are 2 water parks on the site, but you can only go in one. Take it off your advertising.
They're not operational at the same time.
Yeah. Or put a nice little asterisk saying, hey, we don't have enough manpower to have 2.
Here's some inside baseball on this.
Yeah.
Do you think in 10 years there will still be 2 water parks there? Do you feel like that's a path Disney will continue down? Or do you think they'll eventually figure out a way to operate just one of them?
There's nothing they can put on Typhoon. Unless they're going to like doing an Uber expansion to Disney Springs, there's nothing on that land. Blizzard Beach is so close to All-Star. I think it's a good opportunity for them, for those All-Star people to have a water park right there. But I don't think there's anything else in that area that, like, it's still too close to Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios to put a theme park or something in the middle of that. So I think they keep them both open, but in this rotation, unfortunately, this rotation happening for years.
What if they made Typhoon only available to All-Star and that was an incentive to stay there for people?
Well, Blizzard
It's already incentive to stay there because it's cheap.
Yeah.
They don't need another incentive. They sell out first.
That would be the only thing. You could build a hotel on top of where these two parks are.
I don't know.
Unless they do it as a perk for staying at a value. Like, here's another amenity benefit. But then the price will just rise.
I was just they just raise the price of the value, and they're not building any more value resorts.
It's a slippery slope for it.
And that you said it's with a package, right? So it has to be with a room and tickets to get the free water park.
And it's only for this year right now. So they haven't announced anything for next year yet.
I was going to say, to me, that just shows that it's not as busy. Like if they're saying, hey, the day you check in, you can go to the water park for free. Like that just shows that they're not selling those tickets and they're trying just to get people there to buy food and drinks and merchandise, hopefully, to help keep it going.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see either one of them go, though. Like, it is a good schedule they're on to have extended refurb for both. One come online and then just go back into refurb for another one. They're not adding anything to these parks. They're just closing them down, preventive maintenance going on. I think Typhoon did get a new water coaster right when it reopened after COVID. Nothing else has really happened.
Yeah, that's not the worst idea, is to have them both operational, but have them on alternating schedules. That way nothing's ever broken at the one you're at. You know, like nothing's more frustrating than like you're looking forward to Pirates of the Caribbean ride or something, and you get there and it's like down the whole time you're on your vacation. So maybe by doing preventative maintenance, like you said, they can keep both of them open, or one open at all time, fully functional, instead of having two open, but maybe something's down on both of them, or, you know, this pool is closed or, you know, things like that.
And no one's planning their vacation around Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon. If they're going into that water park, it's because it's a hot day and they need to cool off and they don't want to go to the pool.
I would plan my vacation around Volcano Bay.
I would.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Volcano Bay is amazing.
Yeah. If Disney needs something, they need to just close down both water parks, build a brand new one that competes with Volcano Bay.
Yep. That is an awesome water park.
Because Disney already has the technology with magic bands to do something like Tapu Tapu, where you have basically where you're just waiting in that line without doing it. Huh?
It's virtual view.
Yeah, I mean, but they have the technology to be able to do it. They just
charge you for
have it.
Disney.
Yeah.
Or you want to wait? You want to stand in line, or do you want to Tapu Tapu? It's going to be another $15 per person.
Don't give them any ideas.
Speaking of universe, so with the new Harry Potter opening at Epic Universe in just a few months, in 80 days, we're going to have new wands. Wizarding World. They are calling these the Gen 2 wands. I think these look awesome, but I'm actually really excited because you can add your Patronus to it. You can add your house. You can get house points. They're haptic. So when you do a spell, or I guess if something happens in the display, you'll get feedback, a vibration on your wand. So looking at what Universal released, though, the windows look like they're getting upgraded to be a little bit cooler. You know, when you go in now, it's like stuff moves, water turns on, lights turn on, different things like that. Kind of looks like they're putting some screens in where you'll do magic and magic will happen. I'm excited about it.
I wonder if it will be anything like at Disney Springs when they did the Christmas tree stroll this year, where you use your magic band against the window of one, and it literally shows your name and stuff. It's like, hey, Myka, and it did this whole thing at the World of Disney where it had stuff like that. If you can put your name or link your wand to something where it knows.
Do you know that Rock and Roller Coaster used to do that?
Yeah,
you would walk into the Rock and Roller Coaster, and on the the posters, it would have your name and the city and state.
Small World would do that, and at the end. And
I thought that was at Disneyland.
Nope, because they didn't get Magic Bands until last year. What else was it? Everest. When you go into Everest, right before you get on the train, it'd say the same thing. It'd have your name.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yep.
But it'd be really cool if it was connected, kind of like the power-up bands for Mario.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
You have to connect it to your app. And so it'll have all the information in it and help your house hopefully win for the day. I don't know if it's going to be win for the day or what. So that all comes online March 1st, which is this past Saturday as you're listening to this.
I think anytime you put something interactive in the park, I mean, even when your Magic Band lights up with the fireworks, or for the 50th anniversary when you would walk by the golden statues, they would light up and vibrate, and then you'd walk up to the statue and they would talk. My kids who never into things like that. Like they would run over. No matter then they started looking for the golden statues throughout the park so they could do it. I think that's an easy way to have people interested in your park, have people stay longer in your park. It's an easy, simple way, I feel like, just to drum up. Because who doesn't want to light up wand, even if you're not a Harry Potter fan?
I'm going to argue Terry a little bit. The thing that Disney did with their magic bands was add stuff to something that you already had to get into the parks and to get into your rooms. So it's like it's not necessarily an added benefit. You have this on, so we're going to do this. And on top of it, they've had the infrastructure for all the RFID from Made with Magic, I think was the name of the products. But you had the ears that would change colors watching fireworks, watching Fantasmic during Christmas lights. So all that was there for the magic bands. What Universal's doing, though, is with like the power-up bands for Mario and for the wands is buy it if you want it. You don't have to have it. So it's not like, here, spend the money. Oh, and we threw this over here that we just, so you feel like you're getting some magic. They're making sure that when you're paying for the product, you're going to get the most out of it. At the same time, though, Universal is like, this power-up band only works in Mario. The wand only works in Harry Potter, but it does work in the 3 Harry Potter lands. So it's going, and I imagine if they expand Mario, the power-up bands will work throughout whatever other parks they put Mario into. You know, it's a two-sided thing. They're going to make money off it. We'll end up buying a magic power-up band for Travis and ourselves, or end up buying a wand next month when we go.
Yeah.
I can see in April when we go, we'll end up getting a wand because I know Kova would love to go through, Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure to the 2 different parts of Harry Potter and do that. Like, I know he'll love that because we'll probably spend hours with him finding those spots, learning how to do the spells. Like, he'll love that. And I'm definitely willing to, I'm that mom that's like, I will buy the bubble wand to keep him happy and do these things. I will buy the wand, the Harry Potter wand. So he'll do the same thing. So we just have fun and do that. Again, you can enjoy Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade without the wands, but it makes it more fun when you're there to do those interactive things.
It's also kind of fun to stand by and watch the people who don't know what's going on. Like, Diagon Alley with the umbrella, and people
or the squirting water.
People trying to go into the bathroom, not knowing what's right there. And they walk right under the umbrella as the water starts coming down. It's great. Yeah. While we're in Harry Potter, starting March 1st, which is also, like I said earlier, this past Saturday, they're going to start the Butterbeer Festival, which is crazy that there's a Butterbeer Festival, I guess, to compete with International Flower and Garden. But Butterbeer is so much better.
And it's March 1st through May 31st.
Yes, so you get 3 months of Butterbeer. Terry, did you try Butterbeer when you were in Hollywood?
Yes, at the frozen Butterbeer.
It's the best.
And that's the one I've been told was the best, and I loved it.
My favorite is the potted cream, which is pretty much pudding.
Yeah.
I like the soft serve ice cream.
That is good too. For this event, they're bringing back the ice lolly, which is just a popsicle, but British terms. Then they're bringing the butterbeer gummies, which we will all love and enjoy, but they're coming with a souvenir butterbeer cart. But the new butterbeer they're bringing is a cream puff and a candy bar. The candy bar seems weird to me. And I was talking to some friends about this. I don't know if this is part of like Universal's overall plan for marketing, since they don't own the rights to butterbeer or anything like that. But we're seeing so much in the grocery stores right now with butterbeer on it. So like the Hershey Kisses butterbeer, the Goldfish butterbeer. There's a Fudge Stripes cookie butterbeer. So I don't know if that's like Universal reaching out to Warner Brothers saying, "Hey, put this out and make it butterbeer flavor to kind of reflect the Epic universe and people look our way." Or if it's just Warner Brothers capitalizing on the fact that there's another Harry Potter land coming out and they need to kind of tie into this Butterbeer Festival in some way. And that's
because when Epic opens on the 22nd, like it's going to have what, 9-10 days of time during this Butterbeer Festival of when it's open.
We've got team member previews happening right now. That's happening for the next few days. And then they take a couple of days off, and then it's family and friends of team members happening then too. So there's Butterbeer Festival stuff happening then, I would think too.
Yeah.
They'll still want people to buy butterbeer.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going in April. You're going when? Next month? March
20th.
So we can give our opinions on the new butterbeer stuff, if it tastes good or not.
Yeah, and this is all, and they're doing a limited edition gold souvenir Stein too. We have a silver Stein, which is great. I will say I have tried the Butterbeer Hershey Kisses and the Goldfish, and they are both decent. I really like the Hershey Kisses. We got 3 bags of them.
I wonder what the difference between the Hershey Kisses and the candy bar at the parks is going to be.
They're probably gonna be about the same.
Because do you remember when Hershey had their like Hershey Gold, like the like butterscotch flavored Hershey bar that had almost like pretzels in it?
No, I don't like pretzels.
Oh, well, they had one and it was like very like butterscotchy and stuff. So I wonder if it's going to be something similar to that.
So while we're on Universal, we will move to the horror aspect of Universal, and they have announced the opening date of their Las Vegas Horrors Unleashed attraction, which is going to be August 14th. Starting entry is going to be $69 to go through each house one time and $99 for unlimited access. The opening houses are going to be Universal Monsters, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Exorcist Believe, and Scarecrow the Reaping. I have been through all of those houses before.
Is the $99 per house or for all the houses?
All houses. And the $69 is all houses.
Oh.
$69, you can do each one of the 4 houses one time. The $99 is as many times as you want to. This place is going to have like a massive scare zone, from my understanding. It's going to have like quick service food that's in a bar. So you get that HHN feel, in January if you want to go. It's open year round. The houses themselves should be a lot more detailed because they're going to be built there for an extended period instead of a 3-month period. Scarecrow the Reaping is like my all-time favorite HHN house. So I need to make it out there to see this. Exorcist Believer, I didn't care too much about. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, if that was Hollywood's that they did a couple of years ago, I think it was last year for the anniversary, I didn't get to see, but the one they did here was pretty good a few years back. And Universal Monsters is always good. Is this something y'all would go and do if you were in Vegas?
I would totally do it. Like,
Yeah,
just
if I was
seeing
in
the
Vegas.
video. Yeah.
No.
Looks cool.
No.
They can't touch you.
Just kidding. If I had a group of friends that wanted to go, I would go. If it was just me and my husband, then no. But I do see as a group event how it could be
You're
fun.
looking at that group of friends, Terry.
Oh, I have
would
friends
go.
now.
We would have so much fun.
I think it would be real fun. I want to see how often they rotate these houses out. I would kind of hope it's like every 6 months or so.
I don't think that often.
And I kind of think it's going to be once a year. I think they'll open it this year, and then next year you'll see like the 4 popular houses from Hollywood and Orlando, 2 from each, come over. And it depends.
Do you think they'll shut them down one at a time so that it's still open and functional and they'll have at least 3 houses going?
Maybe, or they take the whole thing offline for like a month and then bring that stuff in.
Yeah, because I don't see them keeping the same price point if you only have 3 houses.
I was going to say the same thing. It's hard to charge the same price.
I mean, Disney.
You're not getting the full
right now
product.
with Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom, and all they care about is the alcohol. So if they get you in there and there's only 3 houses, they'll still make the money with alcohol.
Wow, I think it looks cool.
I think it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be right there next to it's Meow Wolf, I think is the name of the place, Area 15, which is another adventure challenge type place. So it's in a little district where there's stuff to do. So being able to go in for a few hours to this and have fun, and then go over to Meow Wolf and do that.
I think it's cool to have something to do in Vegas besides like go see a show or gamble or because sometimes like either you've done that for 24 hours and you just want to do something else that's just fun. And
I've never been to Vegas, so I'm going to make a way to get out there so I can see this. HHN, it's my favorite time of year. The first spec map actually came out at Christmas. One of the spec guys on Twitter posted one, but it was a bunch of icons, and I'm not good with deciphering, so I don't really care. The new spec map from another source came out last week. I'll try to find his name. I can't read it on the picture we have. When I say this is my time of the year, this is my time of the year when the first speculation maps really start dropping. Nothing's confirmed. Universal has not announced the first house, the second house, anything like that. They haven't announced themes. So to see this, it's going to be great. y'all ever looked at a HHN spec map?
Last year when they were coming out, like I was on the different like groups and stuff when stuff was coming out. I mean, and a lot of times people are pretty close to what stuff's gonna be.
Yeah, if they're not necessarily dead on like name wise, but usually the name that they have kind of turns around to being a theme. If it's a original house, IP houses are usually pretty spot on.
Yeah, because last year wasn't people like really speculating about Ghostbusters, like and then that was one last year.
It was
So
pretty much confirmed before it even started. So they're all numbered. Since we're an audio podcast, this works great looking at a map and talking about a map. But really what we're going to do is talk about the house speculations. I know what to expect from HHN. I've been so many times. The ladies have never been. So I want to kind of gauge what they're excited for based off these spec maps. We'll throw these in as they come out just to kind of gauge where we're at and see what's true and what is not. What are your thoughts on the first spec map for y'all? What's a house that y'all would want to do, and what's one that y'all might not want to touch?
So before we do that, I have a question. Why? So I know it says original, but then what's IP?
IP is intellectual property. So that's when they license something. I'll run down the houses right quick. All right. So the houses that they have on the first map for the IP houses, there is a mystery IP that they have right now. Then Fallout, which is going to be based off the Amazon series. Five Nights at Freddy's, which is most likely going to be based off the movie that came out a couple years ago from Blumhouse. Universal has a working agreement with them. Terrifier, which is a horror movie with Art the Clown. And then the horrors of the WWE, or whatever the Wrestling Federation is nowadays. The original houses are Dolls, Nautical Nightmares, Demon Cowboys, Vikings, and there's an unknown original. Which ones of these are y'all looking forward for?
I would like to do the Nautical Nightmares and then Dolls, just because it just sounds like it would be scary.
yeah, dolls are creepy.
Yeah, dolls. I'm not feeling that, man. Things are.
I definitely think Vikings will be cool because I feel like they could pull a lot of like lore and stuff from Vikings and make that really, really scary. I also think Nautical Nightmares because it could be like you're like drowning or things like that. Like I feel like they could do a lot with that to make it scary. One I'm not excited for, and I'd probably be fine if I completely skipped it, would be the horrors of the WWE. Like I just don't know about that one. Like that one just seems kind of like,
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate with that one because there have been houses in the past that I just did not care to like. I think House of a Thousand Corpse. I didn't care for that movie. So when I went through that house, I always make it go through every house at least once. And when I went through that one, I was like, okay, that one was good. I enjoyed it a lot. The Weekend House a couple years ago, that one was really good. I have no interest in his music, but when I walked through the house, I had a fun time and it was great. I have no interest in wrestling, none whatsoever. So when this one started going around, I'm like, but I'll give it a shot. It might be good. I'm not looking forward to it though.
what are you excited for, Terry?
I'm going to disagree with you, Myka, because I'm looking forward to the WWE house because I don't think it can be that scary. I could be proven wrong. Demon Cowboys also to me doesn't. I could, like I said, all of these, like Jason said, your expectations could be way down here, and they come in and really scare you. Like the things like dolls, who are inherently creepy, I feel like that's creepy. And like Fallout, isn't that like a kind of, is that zombie apocalypse end of the world kind of video game that they turned into is that one of those?
Yeah.
I'm not very familiar. I think I'm just going off of what people said. That might be kind of scary if it's realistic-ish.
It's not too realistic.
Now, the one I think is probably going to not be cool just because I don't really like it is the Five Nights at Freddy's. I just I just don't like that entire thing. Like, Kova had wanted to see what's the name of the characters? Like, I know there's Freddy. Like, there's Five Nights at Freddy's. Bear. Isn't there like, is that the ones that have like, no, that's not the ones that have Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy. That's a different, is it the same one or similar?
I think that's it. Hold on. Because my kids are the same way.
Don't like it. I don't. Like, I feel like that one's going to be disappointing. And I feel like out of everything that might be disappointing.
So I'll also say this: there's always one house that's usually more fun based than scare based. Like they did Ash versus the Evil Dead one year, and that was fun. The Ghostbusters last year was pretty fun. Not too many scares, but then you have those that are like legit scary. And I think like Vikings, I think is just going to be a pretty house. I know that sounds weird to say, but there was Dead Man Something from about 3 years ago, and it was just beautiful. There was a sunken ship that you could see a lady playing a violin on the bow, and you could see her from 2 rooms away. And then you walked up to it, and it was just like like not a huge room, but it opened up, and it was just really good. I think like Vikings might be that type of house, if that one's true. Demon Cowboys, I think, is based off of the Slaughter Cinema 2. There was a small cowboy section in it. They usually pull stuff. They brought Yetis in for a few years because of the first Slaughter Cinema. So I think Demon Cowboys might have to do with that.
So the mystery IP, does Universal have any like scary-ish movies coming out between now and then that could be that mystery IP house?
So what's missing here from the past years is a Universal Monsters house.
I was going to ask, are they going to do anything like classically?
That might
scary?
Be either the mystery IP is. They usually count that one as an IP. So I kind of think it'd be there, or it'd be Jaws, because Jaws is celebrating a big anniversary this year. I kind of hope the Unknown Original. There was another Slaughter Cinema that was about Santa. All the elves would eat the bad kids to feed the other elves so they could make the toys for the good kids. So I figured that'd be real fun.
Messed up storyline.
It is very messed up, but I think it'd be great and hilarious.
I mean, I'm excited to do this, and I'm more than willing to go through every single one of those houses and give my opinion.
And we will do that.
Live reactions. Jason will have his microphone and recording our reactions when we come out.
You have your beat button ready.
We're gonna put a mic on Terri for the every time we go into a house and just record her screaming.
It's just gonna be a constant beep.
This Terrifier thing, not looking forward to that.
Have
just
you looked
because
up a picture of art?
Don't like clowns. Yeah, I've seen that guy. Not cool. And aren't these like particularly kind of like gory?
Oh, they're not scary so much as that they're gore fest.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Is it's just
and smells
gross. Yeah, I don't have time for that.
The horror genre is scary and like there's gore porn, and that's what is pretty much our Terrifier is pretty much gore porn, because it's just nothing but blood, and it's like the Saw movies were and Hostel, those type things.
Which honestly, to me, that stuff is not as scary to me. Like, it's just gross. Like, I don't want to see it, but that's not like jump boo scare. Scares me more. Like psychological stuff scares me more. Like this could happen to me more than like you said, the Saw movies I couldn't watch, and it wasn't they weren't scary as much as I just didn't want to watch the grossness of them. So yeah, that one's gonna
have a lot of blood smell in it for sure if it's true.
And blood smell to me is better than other smells I can think that they could put in there.
I'd rather smell that coppery, irony smell than vomit.
The vomit.
There's probably going to be a house with vomit. There's probably going to be a house with poo.
I wonder if Nautical Nightmares is going to smell like stinky fish or something.
Probably.
No.
The nighttime, the show that they do is always going to be Halloween Nightmare Fuel. That's going to be fun. It's a big dancey. That's probably going to be the closest thing to smut y'all get all weekend.
Boo.
Y'all will enjoy it. Well, we hope you had a great time today. We always enjoy getting to sit around and talk to each other about random things, and especially HHN for me. So when we get a topic like that, it's always fun. If you want to get a hold of any of us, you can go to magicaltravel.com and send us an email for a no obligation quote for us to help plan your HHN trip or your Vegas trip or Disney trip. Whatever you want to do, we'll be glad to do. If you have some time, please like the post and comment and rate our show, and let us know what you want to hear on the next episode. For our next episode, I don't know what we're going to do, but it'll be in a couple of weeks. We're going to take a week off. We're trying to do about 3 episodes a month and give us a week off where we can gather some time. and we will talk to you on the next one.